talk about what is a Black strategist. And what I'm going to say is, when I think about a Black strategist, I think about some of the Black women that I worked with on the west side of Atlanta, when we were fighting that monstrosity of a stadium that they built across the street from one of the poorest neighborhoods in the state, right? But these Black women who I worked with, sitting at kitchen tables deep into the night, knew their community back and forth, right? They might not necessarily be, on this Zoom call or on some national stage talking to everybody, but they know those neighborhoods and they are moving things. They're moving policy. They're moving, they're building and creating, right? But I also know that there are some people who are in positions where they can actually pull levers, whether they're at a particular foundation, whether they're at a policy institute, whether they're working in a legislative office, that can pull levers that release resources and that move policy that have big impacts for people, right? That create the opportunity for folks to push for more. And so, I actually have to me, I think there's a mix of people who should identify as Black strategists. The young Black women who organized in Michigan, the Sleep Out, right, to draw attention to what was happening to Grace. Like they're emerging Black strategists,
exactly.
And I want to make sure they got what they need, right? So, what do you think a Black strategist is?
You just said it, right? Anybody who's there who has the capacity to develop and implement processes, right, that lead to worker justice. So if it's calling your neighbors together and it's, mobilizing at the local level, if it's taking your local story and putting it in context with the national story, it could be somebody like me, right? I'm a scholar, we both are, right? We're both scholar activists. You're women's studies and American studies and I'm history, but still I use my research, right, to further worker justice, right? So anybody who's got the resources to make it happen, either through their people power, right, financial resources, their networking ability.
That's right.
It's a wide range of things, and to me, all of the reckoning that's been happening all summer. Let me say it like that. So what we've seen, all of the calls to defund the police and abolish the police, and so many different communities have groups who've been doing this work already. And their efforts are now coming to light. And to me, that's beautiful. And so many people have taken advantage of this moment in order to, right, make the world better, to make the world more just. And so those people whose organizations have been underfunded for so long, they are also strategists